Hi dearies, welcome to Prati's kitchen. So Prati is back after a long gap. My apologies, my bad that I didn't turn up for a long time now. But now that with the schools have reopened and children are off to school, I am finding ample time to kind of post some delicious recipes. So here I am with the most delicious, my all-time favorite snack, which is vada, come a side dish recipe. Look at that crisp. Did you hear that crisp? Masala vada has always been my favorite starter, and today I'm going to be showing you the healthier version, which is made of Shepu bhaji, nothing but suwa bhaji, also called as dill weeds. So here in Andhra and Telangana, people call it Soyikura. It has a very strong flavor. I mean, the aroma to it is so overpowering when you kind of prepare it with dal or anything, like it just kind of turns you on with its very delicious and the nutritious qualities that it has. So today I'll be showing you the vada version, which is of course your masala vada, and just goes as the best starter recipe or snack in the evening for your children or for their lunch bag. Just goes excellent as a snack recipe. Now to alternate it with a more yummy and a richer version, I'd be showing you a side dish recipe that is called urandai kozhambu in Tamil Nadu. Now we Tamilians often make it. Urandai is nothing but these bondas, these vadas, which is made in round shape. So these kofta shapes, bondas are made and dipped it in a South Indian style gravy that is called kozhambu. So urandai kozhambu is nothing but kofta curry. So let me just show you the recipe. So I'll be taking around 2 bunches of finely chopped dill weeds, which is shepu. Next, I'll be taking soaked chana dal, about 150 grams, roughly around 2 cups. I'm separately taking around 2 to 3 tablespoons of chana dal that would be added later. Now let me just grind, give it a coarse grind. So I'd be taking this chana dal in my mixer grinder, add around 8 red chilies, 1 tablespoon of fennel seeds, cinnamon, cloves, cardamom to each. Now give it all a nice coarse grind. Make sure you're just giving it a coarse grind and not making it a fine paste. So once this batch is done, we will be doing the same with the remaining half. So give it a nice coarse blend, and then we would just mix it all together and add the other ingredients to it. Now remember, we had kept 3 tablespoons of chana dal just like that separately. Now we're going to be adding that because it adds to the visual appearance. It just makes the vada look so beautiful, as well as it gives the crunch to it. And now I'll be adding about 1 medium-sized finely chopped onion, and I'd be adding around 5 to 6 curry leaves and the shepu bhaji. The shepu bhaji has to be thoroughly washed, nicely washed and finely chopped. Add salt as per taste and give it all a good mix. Now do not add any water here because as such onion leaves water, so just mix it all well without adding anything. It's just the salt going in there. Give it all a nice mix, and then we will be making our koftas. Now this kofta curry is called urandai kozhambu. Technical name is urandai kozhambu. This is very famous in deep south in Tamil Nadu. Being a Tamilian, we often make it, and it's one of my favorite side dish. So I just love if you could give it a try. Now I am heating a pan here. I've taken about 5 tablespoons of oil to it. I've added cinnamon, cloves and cardamom, around 2 each. Once it splutters, add in about 1 medium-sized finely chopped onion. Give it a nice saute. Once it turns translucent, add 4 to 5 green chilies and some curry leaves. Now just keep sauteing it until it is no more raw. Add around 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Now this is very typical, a regular masala gravy, recipe of South India. So basically for everything, this is the main thing that I think makes our base for the curries. Now I have added about 2 cups of, which is 2 medium-sized finely chopped tomatoes to it. Saute it well. Now add salt as per taste, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of coriander powder. Now this is the base for our curry, so just add 2 tablespoons of coriander powder or 2.5 tablespoons. The more you add, it gets more rich and thick. So because since we're not using any other gravy or paste as such. Next I am taking tamarind pulp. Now tamarind pulp, this is not too thick, it's a runny texture. So take about lemon sized tamarind, soak it in water, and then add extra 3 cups of water. Make Add the water, give it a nice mix, close the lid and let it come to a boil. Now we don't want it to be raw, so once it is boiled, it reduces a little bit and then we add the rest of the ingredients to it. So let it come to a boil and reduce a bit. While our gravy is cooking, let's simultaneously make our bondas, which is nothing but our koftas. I'm giving it a round ball shape, so just take a lemon-sized shape, just deep fry them on medium flame. It's low to medium flame so that it's cooked thoroughly from inside out. Turns out super crispy and delicious. So we'd be just kind of, deep frying them until they turn golden brown, and directly from your frying pan to the curry that is boiling beside, we would be just dropping these into the gravy so that the oil that is still kind of cooking the koftas within will absorb the gravy that you're kind of dipping it in to. So I think this is the logic where I think you should not do a mistake or do a skip, because once you kind of don't have the bondas or koftas hot, it would take time to soak in the gravy. So you have to make sure that these are piping hot straight from the frying pan to your gravy. Let's check on our gravy. Now the gravy seems to be cooked well. It's no more thin or raw. Now at this stage, I am adding about 4 tablespoons of grated coconut. You might as well want to use a coconut paste. That is also good, but grated coconut gives a nice look, and the taste of course differs, because while you're eating, you kind of do taste the grated coconut here and there. Now my bondas, the koftas, seem to be done. They are golden brown. They are cooked through. And I am just going to straight drop it in my gravy. So just drain it, remove the excess oil and directly drop it into the gravy. Now doing this will ensure that our bondas are super soft from inside. They're soaked well in the gravy, and every bite you take will have a proper flavor throughout. So you just have to drop that in and drop these bondas in. Let it sit for about say 20 minutes roughly before you serve it. Now while the koftas are resting, which is urandais are resting in my kozhambu is curry, I will just show you how to make the regular vadas. So vadas, of course, it's a traditional masala vada recipe. Only changes, you're just adding in some Soyikura to it, which is dill weeds. So you'll be just flattening it in your palm. Just drop it in the piping hot oil on low to medium or medium to high. Just cook it and let it turn golden brown and crisp, and serve it hot with chutney. Today I just served it with coconut chutney, because it just goes excellent with it. And you might as well want to serve it with say tomato ketchup. Kids love it, and it just comes out so crispy and so flavorful. In fact, if you ask me what would I consider when compared to the regular masala vadas to this, I would say it is Soyikura vada. Well, dill weeds actually has a very strong, flavor. So people who do not want a strong flavor can probably, kind of add the quantity less. So, but then this really turns out super delicious. I really find it as a very good snack, for my evening coffee or tea. And kids also love it when I kind of, give them as a snack, for their lunch break. And the dabba comes khali, which is why I think it's a better bet to give it a try, dearies. Do give it a try, but I would prefer if you serve it hot with your evenings, as an evening snack with your coffee, tea or milk. And I'm sure your kids are going to really love this version, because it has a real good flavor. And this is definitely a very healthier version too, since it's got the chana dal, which is really good for your hair growth, your eyes, and of course the nutritious dill weeds going in there. Did you see that crisp? Now that is what I call a delicious, super crispy, perfect vadas. If you are one among those like me who loves their vadas crispy and not a little soft, then you have to make sure that you're making them thin. So thin, you just make those thin vadas, turns out super crispy when served as a snack. For the koftas, make small balls so that your gravy is soaked super well inside out. So the points to be noted is the vada has got to be thin, whereas your bondas, which is nothing but koftas, has got to be a little smaller in size. So thank you so very much for watching this video, dearies, and I'm sure you're going to be giving it a try. And hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful, tummy yum week ahead. Until I see you soon, take care, stay safe, and stay blessed. Bye bye. See you. Thank you for watching Prati's Kitchen.